Okay, here it is. Welcome to Samadhi Game. And today we are celebrating immortal miracles.
I know, but turn that down a little
You
bit.
are those glories to glories that I am.
And he loves Beethoven. And Toscani. And Toscanini.
Toscanini.
Little Toscani. Toscanini.
When I was small, I was about 9 years old. My dad brought out the Toscanini 9 symphonies of Beethoven. And we started playing, he started playing them for me. And I just loved them. I thought it was the most dramatic thing. And I used to stand there. Let me show you what I used to do. Here's the music.
Do it. Well, you know what? At that age, it really does inspire.
It inspired me.
Because the kids are always, you were doing at that time, you were doing like probably Beach Boy stuff, which was, you know, Rhythm of the Waves and the, you know, the nice, you know, beach sounds. And then when you hear this, it inspires your...
It down to your
everything.
bones, the marrow of your bones.
I can
begins
imagine.
to shake,
Even
you know?
babies,
Mm-hmm.
even babies, when they hear like Mozart and Beethoven, they're like, they're doing the same thing you just did.
They do, and we can still do that.
I swear to God, I bet you your mom must have like bowled over with happiness.
She loved
of
it.
your
She
life.
loved it, and so I would dance like that and dance like that and move around. And sometimes I would do, you know, conduct. Let me do that.
No, don't. We're gonna start. Yeah, I know he is, and he's got the hair of the German guys.
The
right
maestro.
Now. No, the Austrian guys. Yeah, yeah. I love your hair. I swear to God.
Well, thank you.
He always pulls it down, but I say let it ride.
So, good morning. Welcome to Samadhi Game.
We have a beautiful day here.
Our musical meditation today was with Beethoven, of
Look
course.
at even the cat is sitting on.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful day. We actually have
I have
the
to
back.
open it for her because.
Oh no! Honey, it's too bright.
Oh, but she's staring through the. She's staring through the like.
She can see.
Okay.
She can see fine.
Silly. Okay.
Today is the first day. We have the door open on the side of the house. You can see it over there behind. The door is hanging open, so we can actually hear if we get quiet. We can hear the fountain in the back. We'll spend some time today being quiet as well. The topic of today, though, is miracles, and we both wore white to symbolize that white page, that new page, that great shining void that brings forth all miracles, and all we have to do is recognize them. We've gotten into a practice, into a habit of waking up and looking at miracles.
Yes.
Looking at the miracles that happened the day before as we go to sleep, and waking up and just kind of guessing, I wonder what the miracles will be today. You know, and looking forward to the day and seeing kind of how the day is going to open up. And we start establishing that Samadhi Game matrix around the day from the very moment we wake up. And there's those sleep, just before sleep and just before waking, that if we start to program ourselves a little bit, we can begin to recognize the miracles in our lives.
So many yesterday. Really.
So many. And
We
some
had
days
friends-
have more than others.
Yes, but we had friends. We had a lady visit that she put on the calendar or something.
We had an appointment with her.
But
for
today.
Today.
She thought it was yesterday. So she comes in and he has to leave.
I actually thought she was coming in to spend time with you.
Yeah. So hi, because I was cleaning the closet, getting rid of the winter stuff, putting in, summer, trying to get all this stuff. And hello. So offered her tea and cookies and showed her around and this and that. And then she said, when's Gregory come back? I go, not till like 8 o'clock tonight. She goes, well, what do you think I'm here for? I go, I don't know, to come say hello. She goes, She says, you are gracious. She goes, no, I thought my appointment was today. I said, no, it's tomorrow, because he would never have made your appointment today, because he has every Monday and Tuesday he has a specified, blocked out time between 3 and 8. So she hugged me more, and
it turned into a beautiful sharing between
beautiful
you and
sharing.
she.
I was just like, it was serendipity.
It was a beautiful afternoon.
She came, hello,
It was a beautiful time together. So miracles can happen out of seeming problems, seeming errors can even bring miracles of love and light. We just have to look for them, recognize them, and be open to them, because it will change. And if our hearts are lilting in that love and that grace and that rhythmic cadence that Beethoven we've been listening to all morning long, then...
I'm sorry, I played with your hair too much.
it's
okay,
right.
that's you.
Okay,
that's you. I made his hair fluffy. He gets fluffy hair as soon as I put water on it. Like, he's a gizmo. Add water, comes to life.
This.
He does. He allows me to touch her. Touch him. Okay. That's it. Sorry. Keep going.
No, beautiful. So miracles come from even those things that are seemingly errors in our lives. So stay open to them. Even the difficult places where things seem as though they're caving in upon us, as though there's no future. Please stay open to the miracles. Stay open and see that there's going to be sometimes the greater the upheaval, the greater the miracle. Sometimes the greater the miracle, the greater the upheaval that follows in its wake. So be aware of that. Try to find yourself situated in the neutral witness, that place between the two polar opposites of light that we always talk about in Samadhi Game. Welcome to all those joining us today, to Lisa, to Linda, to Barbara, whoever, all of our guests on the broadcast today. Jamie
and
Kathleen, all those joining but not yet signed up into the Ustream broadcast area. We encourage you to go to the Ustream and sign up, become a member of the Ustream, so when we come online you can sign in at Ustream and we can all chat together. It's really quite fun and gets to be sometimes very active there. So remember to sign in at Ustream. But let's go ahead and go and do some of the miracle mantras. These are miracle mantras. We're setting the matrix every time we do Samadhi Game. We set the matrix for the miracles to unfold from. We need a base. We need a foundation with which these miracles can manifest more clearly, quicker, faster. If we just live constantly in the dual human ego, miracles have a hard time to manifest, because the push and the pull of the two opposite sides of the dual human ego don't allow that miracle, which is the place in between, to expand. So as we go through these affirmations, you'll find yourself identifying more and more with that neutral witness, that center point of the dual human ego. And when you identify more with it, you recognize it more often, and the miracles blossom from there. So let's begin today with the shadowless light of Samadhi, its feeling tone and state of knowing. Let me make sure we still have sound. And let me just bring this into focus for everyone. Do this here in a second. We'll be in full regalia.
Yes, and we're going to perform. We're going to perform.
Yeah,
we're going to do
the
mantras for miracles to welcome.
Yes, these are the mantras for miracles to welcome. To welcome them. We will. And we have to believe that every day.
We know, because there's so many angels around us that when they hear these words, it's a call. It's the same as when you do certain things. Like Gregory has this one call if we're in a store. What is it? What is it? The whistle.
I go.
Yeah, and I go. And
you're in different aisles, and you go.
Yeah. And I go. And look at the cat. Yeah. So these miracle mantras are the same way that saints and angels understand them.
Yeah, I think that's really an interesting point. I'll just elaborate on that. Just like I call, I go, and she hears me. She knows that's me. When we say these words, these mantras are affirming that higher potential that we are. And the higher potentials, the angels, are ready. They hear this type of sound. They hear it. We resonate with the angels when we say these mantras. So let's say them. Let's resonate with the angels, drawing them closer and drawing the miracles that attend with them all the time closer to us. Let's go ahead and go on. Thank you for joining. And together,
O
glorious shadowless light of eternity, that brilliance of I Am Samadhi, shining in the void as 10,000 suns, descend, 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 the tangible substance of loving splendor, dazzling intelligence and palpable power, for all to absorb and identify with, as the full and only authority throughout the earth, the boundless treasure house of the universe, and our infinite I Am Samadhi, of scintillating fire and dazzling light, that I am. I release the power of mastery without limit now, revealing the self and flooding forth perfect miracles and all activities,
bringing to pass the enlightenment of the ages,
and letting every being on earth
sense and surrender to the intimacy of this light.
Everywhere, the fullness of this self expanding as love, wisdom, and joy forever. Now, great songs of praise and gratitude burst forth from the heart of humanity, for that silent splendor poured out to all. Now, pure love flows forth from the heart of the secret love star, drenching the earth with the glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light.
Now, the oneness of the supreme love, wisdom, and blazing joy
overwhelms this whirl of duality in its glowing orb of transmutation, reconciliation, and dominion, making of terror a smiling sun of everlasting, all-powerful, limitless light, casting no shadow, and in which only that absolute perfection can forever dwell. Now, I am limitless gifts of all good things, anointing the earth with abundance, healing, and happiness for all mankind. O presence of the shadowless light, from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of Samadhi, its ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic scent, sublime taste, and immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. I intensify this feeling tone of I Am Shadowless Light in acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness, surrender, devotion, and adoration for this state of knowing that, this all-pervading I Am Samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination. And just to come back again for a moment, immortal miracles, you are those. That you are. That I am, I am, I am. And let's say that last word, that last sentence again.
For the state of knowing that,
this all-pervading I Am Samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination. And then here, you're going to say your name, that name that takes you one step beyond where you've been. I, the immortal miracle that I am.
I, the strong.
The strong, the powerful, the bright, the shining. the cadence that Beethoven knew. I.
The unharmed. The unharmed.
The unharmed. The noble. The attention to detail. A soldier that walks the line of truth and holds to that truth no matter what, even when on vacation and on leave.
And you take this name and you add yours to it.
And then we continue on.
Am awake.
Am awake. As is the ascended Master Jesus. To this shadowless light, its feeling, tone, and state of knowing. That I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. I want to underscore why we say an ascended master's name, why we even bother to go there. You know, because some people think, oh, you're talking to Jesus, you're talking to Gautama, you're talking to Allah. Come on, please, we're beyond that now. We're in an era of direct connection with God. We don't need anyone else. Well, what we're doing when we recognize Jesus is we are recognizing his attainment. His path of enlightenment was glorious. And we can tug on his coattails. For God's sakes, he really did go through quite initiations. And so we can hold to them. But we don't have to say Jesus. We could say Gautama. We could say Saint Francis. We could say Saint Teresa of Lisieux. You know, whoever inspires us in that moment, who gives us, who is
Lourdes.
who is,
you know,
yes,
many Catholics do.
Mother Mary.
Mother Mary.
So I know that it's sort of a hearkening back to old-time religion in a way, but we're trying to couch it in a way with Samadhi Game that it's real, that we understand the mechanics, the law of this calling out. It's when I call out, it's when I, sometimes even, we all need something in someone sometimes, and sometimes I call out, "Hey, Robbie, come here, Robbie, come to me." And, you know, and when she comes, when she's there,
I'm there. I hear his voice.
When she gets closer to me, I feel strengthened. I feel completed. I feel, you know, sometimes, you know, not all the time I feel that way, but sometimes I just need her with me. I've gone through a difficult situation or something that's challenging. And you need someone to fill in the void. So you can call out and say, "Hey, great one, great Jesus, great Gautama, great being of ascended light that you are, come, stand next to me." And those angels will come and stand next to you. So I just wanted to underscore why it is we call out, and why even in this day and age of such direct connection with our oneness, we still use this, and it honors those. And in honoring those that have gone before us, we also understand that we can honor those that are with us. Because many of us hold the same attainment or even greater attainment than did Jesus and Gautama. We have to in this day and age. There's more even challenge now than there was then. And so some of us contain and maintain that, and we can recognize that in another and say, "Please come help." We can recognize, and by recognizing it in the other, we recognize it in ourselves. So this is a grace. There's a grace we can add to Samadhi Game. Let's recognize this Samadhi within ourselves. With the English version, I bow to myself. So I bow to the Samadhi within myself. Come on. I bow to the Samadhi within myself. Known as Lord, that is the true teacher together with Lord Jesus. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, endless. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am the free and I sparkle with the divine master. I bow to the Samadhi within myself. Known as Lord Christ, that is the true teacher. The Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, endless. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. I bow to the Samadhi within myself, known as Lord Gautama, that is the true teacher. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, endless. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. So we can change up those names. Whenever you see them in Samadhi Game written in that yellow there, you can change it to whatever you like, whatever inspires you. This is part of the openness of Samadhi Game Manifesto of Enlightenment. It's got to be yours. You've got to make these words yours. Let's go ahead and give the opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world, and visualizing around about yourself this glowing, shining void, this white light.
This is miraculous.
Miraculous light. Feel the miraculous light, not only visualizing it and seeing it in your mind's eye, but feeling it from your solar plexus all the way up through the heart, all the chakras opening up to the feeling presence, the feeling tone.
Encircle me now.
Encircle me now. Encircle me now. Can you give us a tone? Is there a tone?
I love that. Encircle me now.
But is there it is. Sometimes, Robbie will just stop, in the room wherever we are, and she says, "I feel a tone." And she'll say, And then she does that.
Sometimes it's, yeah, and then I always go like, do, re, mi, fa, like fa, nope,
Fa,
do, re, mi. It's usually me.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny if it says me, right? Okay.
Yeah, it is. I am that I am. Let's go ahead and give it.
Sublime I am samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty and magic electronic pillar of cosmic light substance.
My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am samadhi. I just want to remind everyone that right now we have 4 people that are registered with Ustream and viewing. That means 4 of us are giving these mantras at the same time. Just pretend that you can feel, when you speak, you can feel your own vibrations of your own words vibrating in your body. Pretend as though you can feel the vibrations of all of us.
You don't have to pretend.
Yeah, you can feel them. You can feel it. Well, we can feel it, yes. But if you're having trouble with that, remember, we're all giving these mantras together.
So it's a harmony.
There is a harmony established now across the planet, wherever we are, listening to these mantras together, giving these mantras together. We are a team. We are doing, bless you. We are a teamwork, and that's an affirmation. We're a team, and we're sitting saying these words together. Bless you again. 2 affirmations of light. Up the nose. Tickling. So these affirmations, we're giving them together. Let's give them again. Bless you. Om. Sublime I am samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In, through, and around, bless you, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am samadhi. And one last time through, giving this 3 times through, the love, the wisdom, and the power of the mantra. Sublime I am samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am samadhi. And we'll give the Om. Good morning, Jamie. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to all those joining us.
And Linda.
And Linda.
And Lisa.
And Lisa.
And Barbara.
And know this.
And Kathleen.
Know this. Not only the ones that are here now giving these mantras with us, but all those who will give these mantras with us.
Because they work and they can't go online and they come later.
Yes.
But we love it.
So, and those people will also chime in with the same vibrations. So our resonance that is happening now is going to happen in the future. So as we give these mantras, that will accrue to you. As other people give these mantras with the archived versions of these broadcasts, those mantras resonate with your giving these mantras now. So you may be cooking dinner someplace, you may be watching a movie, and someone else may be tuning in to the Ustream broadcast and giving these mantras with us in this moment, and it vibrates back to your core. So we're all harmonizing, we're all giving, we're all sharing with one another constantly. So I wanted to really make that clear, just how great this can be as a adjunct to our path, a momentum building for all of us. It's really a miracle, and that's a miracle in itself, and we're open to those miracles. So let's go on and give some more mantras. Let's finish this mantra.
Yeah.
Eternity is my home.
Eternity is my home.
I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. And if you're going through a difficult situation now, realize that eternity is your home. Even though things may be in upheaval in this moment, eternity is my home. Mm-hmm. Eternity is my home. Eternity is my home. And when someone gives this mantra with the archived version and you're still feeling the upheaval that you're in, still, because you gave these mantras and put your presence into this broadcast, that mantra that those others give will accrue also to you, because you're helping them. The imprint of our group mantra is being put into these broadcasts. It's there for all eternity. For as long as these broadcasts are on Ustream archived, it's there. Okay, let's go on and give some more mantra. I'd like to give, let's give the odium. I'd like to, we haven't given this, we'll do
that
odium.
One's great. Odium is great.
The odium reflecting one-way mirror. Sometimes we have to deal with the negativity that's being sent to us from others. And why don't we go ahead and give this? Because when we stand forth as truth, as white light, as the shining void, oftentimes that's just, an affront to the dual human ego, and others will take advantage. So let's repel that taking advantage energy and stand in our truth, loving the others still. So let's go ahead and give this mantra. You'll see it'll come clear as we give it, what it does. About this pillar of light, this pillar of the world, this forgiving samadhi that I am, here, manifest now about me, a one-way mirror reflecting back to its sender. And you can name any person that is not returning your light in kind, that you know to be directing anger, hostility, negativity, revenge, whatever the negativity is. We'll say them now. Reflecting all odium, hatred, ill will, disgust, abhorrence, repugnance, revulsion, loathing, detestation, obloquy, opprobrium, vituperation, condemnation, denunciation, abuse, criticism, censure, defamation, denigration, calumny, insults, castigation, excoriation, disgrace, dishonor, shame, discredit, stigma, humiliation, loss of face, ignominy, disfavor, disrepute, infamy, stain, hostility, antipathy, anger, abomination, and scandal. And now we're going to reverse the tide of all that negativity that might be being directed at us or the thousands of women that have been abused by our U.S. military.
Damn, I hate that.
Tell us about that really quickly before we go on to this.
19,000 women this year that are officers in the 4 military
branches of the
military have been abused. 12,000 men have died since Saddam Hussein was taken over. 12,000 troops, so they call it troops, but men have died. But 19,000 women this year have been abused because men have a thing that women shouldn't be in the military. So those women need this, and we need to give them
a circle of light,
of love, to say that they can be as strong as they are as a military officer, because I couldn't do it, and they did that step, and yet they were demoted to just a concubine. Mm-hmm. And it's really sad, and I pray that Obama does the right thing.
Robbie saw this morning, and sometimes when she sees things in the news, she gets very passionate about them. So I wanted to bring this to the fore today's session.
19,001. True, Lisa.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa.
But only 12,000 men died since 2002. And that is like, everybody gets Purple Heart. But what about these girls?
So the men joining this broadcast, stand with me in nobility. Stand with me. Let's set the vibration, the pattern for the honoring of the feminine ray, the honoring of women, whether they be military or civilian personnel, everywhere. The honoring and the adoring of this beauty that the feminine brings to our planet, rather than the taking advantage of it and the pillaging and ravaging of it in a way that is destructive.
And the wives.
And the wives and the girls.
The ladies that are demoted.
1001. Thank you, Lisa. No. And we hold you, Lisa, in our arms and love. And we ask the Samadhi Game tribe to reach out to our member, Lisa, that she may also be held by all of us at this moment. Protected. And we're going to reverse the tide. So come on. So reversing the tide and all negativity so we can stand strong together. And holding up the hands, we'll show you here. Hold up your hands like this, and when you do this mantra, as though you were in a football game, reversing the tide. And you can feel it. It's a tangible, physical offering of our mantra. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Reflections command. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Reflections command. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Reflections command. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Reflections command. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide. Reflections command. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reverse the tide, reflections come in. We can get passionate about these mantras. You can get passionate about the reversing of this negativity. Let's do it one more time through with full passion. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, roll them back, roll them back, roll them back. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it, reflections come in. Here, manifest now. In all women, in all branches of the military, all women everywhere in the civilian life, and including our Lisa, all forgiveness, pardon, absolution, exoneration, remission, dispensation, clemency, mercy, reprieve,
amnesty. It's okay, keep going.
Okay.
Amnesty, grace, compassion, charity, forbearance, quarter, humanity, kindness, reprieve.
Amnesty, grace, compassion, charity, forbearance, quarter, humanity, kindness, empathy, tolerance, generosity, boon, favor, peace, magnanimity, and beneficence. In the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now, with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and in the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. In the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now, with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and in the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos. In the fullness of cosmic joy, we accept this and miracles manifest here and now, with unconditional love, wisdom, and power, anchored in the earth, air, fire, water, and akasha, and tangibly manifest in our lives and in the lives of all evolutions of light throughout cosmos.
Pretty powerful. As soon as you mention anything about the government, they cut you off. They cut off our line here. As soon as you did,
It's really quite interesting. It's fascinating.
As soon as we mentioned anything
as soon as we started doing the reverse the tide, all of the chat that we have with all of you was wiped off of the line. So we can't see any of the former chats that were here. But we can see that you're still there online. Jamie, Linda, Lisa. Robbie, you can see all of you online.
No, here I can see them. No, it's only yours. You're the master blaster, so you get yours was wiped.
I didn't do a thing, and it just came off.
No, we said soldiers.
Yeah,
it is powerful.
It's a powerful.
Yes.
Anyway, so and that's a little example of sometimes the opposition. The opposition may manifest itself in ways that are actually physical, but don't touch you yet. Because we have that odium reflecting one-way mirror around us, can only get so close. But it'll affect other things. Or, you can see it happening around sometimes.
No, because when you're an odium reflecting one-way light and you're pushing that away, somebody else is wielding their sword, trying to stop. Well, we did it how many times? Like 5? And then peace was restored. Nice.
So, but we are all... This now we're getting again. We can see the chats coming back again. So thank you, Lisa. It is a powerful mantra. Samadhi game is powerful in that it calls forth what is already happening in the higher octave of our beings. It calls it forth now, present in our immediate conscious awareness. It's a powerful technique.
In the now.
In the now. Oftentimes we do meditations, and the meditations allow us to fly. I can't tell, I'm sure all of us have felt ourselves diving deep into that silence and allowing our hearts to expand and to feel the glory of the Lord within our own hearts. We've all done that. And yet there's something about that which that denies the descent of the light into the physical octave. And this octave is created by God in God's name, in God's image. And there's no reason why this octave also should not be an outpicturing of the divine. And so by meditation, we seem to escape this world into the higher octaves rather than bringing the light down into this world. And in Samadhi game mantras, we seek the tantra of abundance and integration by bringing that light out of the higher realms into the physical octave. That's what makes Samadhi game manifesto of enlightenment so powerful. It's rare that you have this kind of manifesto. If you find another manifesto of enlightenment, please share it with us all. I do not know of many others that do something similar to this. I know of a few others, but they have an in-house languaging which to me was distasteful. I've tried to make Samadhi game in a language which is broadcast in a universal language of enlightenment, so that anyone can reach in and take it up and understand how it can work for you. So that's the uniqueness of Samadhi game.
His heart is so huge. He's been seeking enlightenment since you were 8?
about 9 years old. Probably earlier, but when I was 10, I remember sitting there on the balcony of my parents' home in Malibu, overlooking the ocean, and meditating on the ocean and being awestruck and wondering how that awe felt in my heart and what it meant. And then when I was 15, a friend's mother saw that I was captivated by the awe and the wonder and the glory of the inner realms, and she introduced me to formal meditation through Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. She happened to be dating. She was the wife of a former movie star, and she happened to be dating the man who was in charge of all of the outreach of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's Transcendental Meditation program at the time. And yes, we can. So, other than my story, I can tell it another time.
No, tell it now. Finish it, and then we'll talk to Lisa.
Well,
There's a cat.
The idea was that I don't know where I was going.
Sorry,
with
there's
that.
a cat there. No, you were saying no because of enlightenment. And the cat's here.
Well, basically, what I'm saying is that
the enlightenment at 15 years old. And
15 years old, I was passionate. I was passionate about it, and she could see that, and she took me under her wing and began to teach me ways that you could intensify the pressure of enlightenment through meditative techniques, through mantra, through reading of great books, literature, through culturing of the body, through yoga, meditation, and breathing techniques. She was a great guru for me. She was my first guru and probably the best. There's the tail.
Sorry, we have to get her away. She almost touched the juice.
Let me just have a sip.
This
is a toast to the enlightenment of all mankind. This is a toast to the miracles made manifest in our lives, in the lives of all of Samadhi Game Tribe, and all of those associated with the Samadhi Game Tribe.
This is ginger and parsley and everything green. I think that's why definitely I was sneezing. But go. Finish the enlightenment, and then we're going to talk about how we can do... Keep going. Keep telling the story.
Well, the story... I ended up attending many lectures and many seminars, and with Charles, this man that Dusty introduced me to, and he took me under his wing and started talking about the yugas and all of the great Indian passages, and I started to really understand what was going on.
You were like 15.
15 years old, and but I didn't take it so seriously that I had to know it all consciously. I felt through the idea of enlightenment in a more feeling way than I would in a conscious intellectual way. So even though I was hearing and understanding some of what he was saying intellectually, it was the feeling tone of the meditative technique that he was teaching me that I really attached myself to and followed and said, that's going to be the way. And through all the years, that tone has developed. And every time we do the mantras to Samadhi Game, whatever you do, whether it be breathing, whether it be the saga breath, whether it be the mantras, whether it be the exercises that we do in Samadhi Game, whether it be the hikes that we take in our 8 days of Samadhi meditations, all of those things are contributing to the pressurization of the light in each of us individually. Whether we do enlightenment with squares process, whether we do swimming, whether we dance together and smile at each other. Yeah, I have to just say, the other day, Robbie and I were, where were we? We were out in a car, or we were someplace, and I can't remember, and we had just gone through
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
We had just gone through a little initiation of some kind. I can't remember what it was. And it was a little trying. You know, it was everyone. It doesn't matter who we are. We all have trying moments. And something had happened to us that was like a trying situation. And Robbie leaned over to me and said, we were just about ready to go into a restaurant and eat. She leaned over and, what did you say?
Tell me.
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
About smiling. She said,
let's go smile to everybody.
Let's go smile. Let's go smile. Let's go
yeah,
smile.
It is. It's not even that. It's just that, come on. We're walking into a place. You don't have to be like afraid. Just like look
smile.
At everybody. Yeah.
Let's do conscious. So I think part of Enlight Samadhi Game mantras is conscious smiling. Something that we have to do is, you have to take, if you're not smiling today, take your 2 fingers, put them on the corner of the mouth, and lift it up into a smile. Force yourself to smile. Bring that smile.
Because it really does lift your spirit.
There's a yoga position that I do with my clients. I'll show you this one too. I'm into showing everything today. You're standing, and you bend at the waist, and it's a toe touching thing. You let yourself hang upside down, and as you're hanging upside down, allow yourself to feel the corners of your cheeks, the corners of your eyes, the corners of your lips raising up. And as you come up from this toe-touching position, coming up slowly, drawing the hands up through the middle of the body, up through the heart, maintain that upward gaze of the corners of the eyes, the corners of the mouth, the corners of the cheeks. Everything's up. Allow yourself to feel that upward flow of light all the way up. And each time we give Samadhi Game mantras, thanks, babe. Each time we give the mantras, we are actually lifting the energy, and if we consciously smile through them, it can be even more powerful. So let's give that heartfelt, tangible samadhi and really feel the smile of life through us, no matter what the trial now accosting you. This moment, take it to be here in the smile of life in your heart. I am that miracle now. O Great Spirit, Almighty, I am Samadhi at the center of all creation, radiant with illuminating fire, O heartfelt parent of all sons and sons. Pour forth that life-giving power and fan the spark of that divinity on the altar of my heart.
Amplify and
magnify this spark by the fire breath of the whole I Spirit, into the potent God flame that I am. O the shimmering fountain of life that I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see within me. I choose this constant cascade of liquid light, actively receiving its shimmering directive radiance, tangibly and powerfully manifest in my experience. I open the innermost temple of love within this evident, ebullient, celestial, cosmic fire. I manifest that life and light for our healing and regeneration, letting the breath, height, fullness, and crown of the solar radiance of the sun behind the sun appear. I stand forth. Revealed in and through me is the neutral witness that Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, Pharaoh, Monarch, Divine Mother, Father, Sun Conscious Miracle Awareness.
Yes.
I am the visible, audible, and tangible flame of eternal life.
Breathing the scintillating
prana chi from the source to the root of my being. Liquid rays of light flooding my chakras, seated upon their lotus thrones of love, molten gold of enlightenment, shivering its ascension up my spine, crowning my awareness with the diamond rays of attainment. Let's go ahead and now give these breathing exercises that we know as the saga breath. Breathing down the front side of the body with the tongue touching the top of the mouth, breathing down the front side of the body all the way to the perineum. And as you breathe out, a little clenching of the perineum and letting that energy rise up through the spine, shivering up through the spine to the crown. And then as you breathe in again, down again. So we're cycling the breath down and up. Breathing in, breathing out. At your own pace. Smile. Keep breathing, and as you breathe, just know that this in-breath is the smile. You're absorbing the smile with every in-breath. And with every exhalation, you're giving forth that smile to all creation as a gift given gone. Really latch on to that smile now. As you bring your breath to quiescence, just breathing naturally and normally, but holding now to the smile, letting it radiate from your heart in silence. just like the breath. A tingling of samadhi. Just listen for a few moments to this beautiful, beautiful passage. Shivers. Playing the chakras.
It's like climbing a tree. Our little hummingbirds do that. Flutter, huh?
If you're ever having a hard time and you're having a hard time giving samadhi game mantras, play Beethoven. Just play Beethoven.
It is. Mantras are like Beethoven.
Beethoven, I'm sure, was a great yogi. He knew the inner realms. He knew the inner sounds. They call it the music of the spheres.
And he also started as a young child. What was he, 5 when he wrote his first concerto?
I think he was, yes.
He was. So, and you were very young.
Well, 15. A multiple of 5. So, miracles. Establishing the matrix of these miracles with the samadhi game mantras, affirming the miracle mantra that we affirmed 3 times earlier today.
And now we have to kind of address the situation where when someone is in a relationship,
or we can hold the balance.
And it's not meant to be.
Okay, let me just turn this down.
Because the love that was may not be. When you give love and it's not returned, what happens?
There's what happens with people is we come together in relationships with people that we need to learn something from. It may not be the deepest level of relationship, but it is at the time the most important lessons for us. And sometimes we'll go, and as we both try and develop, sometimes one partner or another will accelerate faster than the other on the path of enlightenment. And this causes a separation of the energies, and another person will pull back and be stuck in karmic situations that they cannot find themselves a way out of. And when partners are committed to each other, one will give energy to the other and try and help and pull the other out of that negativity and into a greater awareness. And if that doesn't happen over a period of time, then the individual soul has the responsibility for continuing on to their own ascension in the light. It is not selfish to do this, because by each individual soul reaching to that attainment of the perfection of oneness, they are actually drawing all of creation with them. Jesus did this himself.
He pulled away from people who didn't help him. He
had to pull away and call himself and as a separate. And he realized the chosenness. As one chooses God, God chooses them. And if people will not choose along with you this higher frequency, then at some point it's impossible to keep carrying them with you.
Can't allow hurt.
You can't allow yourself to be stuck in this octave of existence. You have to continue moving on so your gift can be given gone fully, powerfully. Mm-hmm. And that is the greatest gift, even to those that you seemingly leave behind. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully there can be grace. And and there is a time that you can actually, what they say in the olden schools, pray for those who you see as being held back. You can give your heart. We do that with Samadhi game. There's passages where we hold those that we are loving in our hearts. And we hold them in our hearts, and we pour our love to them. In fact, I think in this particular mantra, we do some of that as well. So let's go ahead and finish this mantra. As the white fire being of my heart, I dynamically emanate and transmit this audible, tangible, fragrant, delectable, and visible substance of living Samadhi as creativity and direction. I am a sun in the palace of the shining void, this temple a glistening world of infinite space, the process of my transformations, sounding the melodies, harmonies, and rhythms of the great solar symphony. I am the dazzling flame of life, here and now, because I am nowhere else but everywhere forever. I am Samadhi's palpable joy, tactile glory, and felt perfection of boundless being. I am that. I am that, I am that. I am the miracle of life now made manifest in me and all of my great friends and relatives, and in all of those of the Samadhi game tribe. I am, and you can say your name. I am, and again your name. And where are we that name? But here in embodiment, in embodiment, in embodiment. I am oneness lived. Okay. We're going to do the next mantra. Not the next one, but let me take off this so you don't get dizzy looking at it.
He's going to find that mantra, and I'm sorry for having to excuse myself, but when we don't pay attention to our cat, she decides to jump in things where she shouldn't be.
Where was she?
She was at the top of there. She was at the top of the fireplace on top, and then she was going to jump on top of there, which would have wrecked
knocked over some things.
Yeah, and break crystal, and just say, pay attention to me.
So here we are now at the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. Tell us.
This is for Lisa right now, and Jamie, and Linda.
We're all here together,
Barbara,
and we're all going to
Kathleen.
encircle not only ourselves, but when we say this, we can feel as though the encirclement is about all of us, here and now. Together. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. Encircle us now, encircle us now, encircle us now. We are this loving splendor encircling us now. We are this living prana chi encircling us now. We are this liquid crystal fire encircling us now. We are this samadhi encircling us now. This we radiate, radiate, radiate. As the active intelligence of powerful conscious volition, that I am, we are. I govern this exhaustless energy and precipitate all things into form. Of those who come under the radiation of this, our radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including, and here are all those in Samadhi Game Tribe, Jamie, Linda, Lisa, Robbie, myself, all of those on the broadcast, all those joining us in future archives.
Barbara, Kathleen, including enemies or foreseen enemies. Oh,
yes.
Not foreseen. What's the word?
You say it.
Seeming
enemies. All of those coming to the 8 days of Samadhi class. Let me just take a moment.
Yeah, but if we have somebody who's hurting us right now, we have to include them.
Yes, because
they need healing.
If they're hurting, they need healing. So let's also include those that are seeming enemies in this love. And let's also include all of those that are coming in person to the Samadhi game 8 days. Yes, 8 days of Samadhi, summer solstice retreat, where we're all coming together here at Sunny Mellow. I hope you all can at least look at it and see if you can come for a few days, if not the whole time. It's 8 days, 9 days if you consider the Sunday morning after. And we're going to have tents in the backyard and people sleeping on different places in Sunny Mellow. And for those who don't want to have such a type of situation, they can rent a place at the Cedar Crest Inn, not far from us here. We're going to have hiking, swimming, dancing. We're even going to go to the Sandigo's bar for tequila and sunset one night.
No, we're going to learn, love, live, laughter.
Yes, we're going to learn, love. We're going to cook together. We're going to swim together. We're going to sunbathe. It's going to be a fun time together. So see if you can make it. The event is posted on the Samadhi Game Tribe page. Robbie and I will be posting it every day. Adding new events.
Like summer camp.
It's going to be fun. So you can make everyone needs a vacation. Everyone needs a place to come to do something unique, and we'll be doing like Square's process. We'll be doing the Square's process. We'll be doing. By the way, did you understand that enlightenment with Square's process is the short term for it is ESP. Enlightenment with Square's process. So we're going to be doing that in the evenings as we come together after a full day. We're going to be doing Enlightenment Squares, sitting in a group and discussing what happened during the day. So we get the full benefit from everything that we do. And in the mornings we'll do the broadcast and we'll do mantras. And we'll have a guest, hopefully a guest every day with us, bringing something unique to the fore. So let's go on and finish this mantra. My radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including all of those enemies and friends and tribal members, Samadhi Game community and tribe. I ignite and I expand
the illuminating center within their bodies, emotions, and minds into that active, perfect, and eternal garment of enlightenment.
O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, that I am. Instantly bring healing to and make art of all dual human ego in my world, opening wide the door of my heart to the ineffable, divine, and present existence in expression and expansion. I am the wide open door of my heart, flooding forth the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, the enchanting essence of my electronic body, and I am Samadhi. I balance, blaze, and dazzle the threefold activity of my heart's Samadhi. Ennobling love, wisdom, and power encircles me, now and forever bringing healing to
and making
art of every dual human ego activity, freeing me to leap into the divine union of my source of these, the shining three. I am the mighty, magic, electromagnetic circle of invincible liquid love light and life substance, instantly transmuting and harmonizing, healing and making art of every discordance or distraction which seeks to enter or intrude itself, masquerading as the I am me. I am the self-sustaining perfection of my world, enfolded in the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. The Samadhi that I am, I remain. Vanish the veils of light and shade. I abide in the shining truth of divine law and the justice of eternity. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions, inner and outer.
I am
the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions, inner and outer. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions, inner and outer. I am commanding all therapies within this, the inner magic of my radiant circle of healing love, to be revealed with the art of life and liquid white light of Samadhi, the all-pervading, serene and harmonizing bliss. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let's just sit for a few more moments.
With his favorite Beethoven. He is Beethoven. I mean, he loves Beethoven over any other music. I had to introduce him who the Eagles were. He loves Beethoven. Yeah, I love him.
She lifts me up. She raises me forth. She gives me confidence. She's at my side. She is the love of my life. I adore you.
Stop. Let's just go on to Beethoven.
So let's listen.
Yeah, please.
Listen, 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 listen. Makes you want to sit strong. We're going to be back here on Monday. Maybe even an impromptu broadcast, if we can. But we have lots to do to prepare Sunny Mellow for you, so we might not find that impromptu time, but keep eyes open in case we do. Other than that, we'll see you Monday, and I will leave you with this beautiful music. Love, love, love. Miracles!